Hello. So, let me just show you everything that's new from the last video. This is a marshmallow person. He is sleepy. Now these marshmallow people are just going to be in their sleep animation. They're going to be scattered around. You can kill them, you don't have to kill them. It's not going to do anything. Won't give you a reward, but they'll be there. They're fun. And these are what the marshmallow people look like. They got little hiking boots. Aren't they adorable? Yes, yes, yes. And when you jump on them, he gets all squished and then he's like, ah, darn it. And then he blows up. Yay! And if you go down here, little secret path through from the mushrooms. I don't know how much was in the last video actually, but yay, another Wampa. I'm just going to assume all the treetop is gone. Wasn't, no, there. But before we get to the treetop, let's talk about the character. In the last video, I had someone comment asking me if the character was polished, or the animations were polished, or something like that. And the answer is mechanically yes, animation-wise no, visually no. He still needs more polish on his animations, but this is how fast he's going to go, this is all the moves he'll get. I am very happy with what character he is, so let's go over them. Of course, when you start out the game, you'll have walking, you'll have the slide jump, you'll have jump and then double jump, and the double jump does push you a little forward in the direction you're facing. So mechanically, it will stop movement and then push you forward a little bit. Doesn't always give you a lot of distance, but it gives you control of to where you want to go next, and a lot of times it's enough control to which you can get back on a platform if you like misstepped. You also have, crawling, not at this speed because crawling is bugged for some reason. And you will have attack. Yeah. So when you beat this level, you'll get spit, and of course aim spit. When you beat the mom's level, you'll get sprint, which comes with sprint attack, and also gets you slide, sprint, jump. Just a little hard to do on the keyboard. There we go. Then you can do sprint, slide, jump. This thing gets a real good distance. And then when you beat the sun level, you'll get the ground pound, which will not be this. It'll be like a ball, and then a little shockwave. But yeah, you get the idea. Those are all your powers. So let's go over here. I created a little spike pit, the little sign. So you're supposed to just jump. You can double jump and hit all these, but there will be a guy with a projectile shooting at you as you get through all this. And just to make it a little harder, because I noticed I haven't really been putting a lot of obstacles in the way in this level. It's a very easy level that I've been making it, and the idea is all this extra space will be filled with enemies, trying to attack you, so you can have a lot of killing basically, because you are the bad guy and you're trying to kill cute and fluffy things. I don't know why that guy just died. Oh yeah, so I also added these little mushrooms all over the place. Put them in a little circle here. And I added these because one, I wanted to add, something different. But also two, I added mushroom launch pads. So I figured, well, why do the mushroom launch pads, why would they be the only mushrooms? Because that just doesn't make sense. So I added all these little mushrooms too that aren't launch pads. Oh, okay, that's a bad example. Let's go down here. Now down here, I added these crystals and the mushrooms. One sec. Boing, boing, boing. I was very proud that I figured out how to make it so he can jump. You can keep jumping on him until he dies. Anyways, I made all these crystals, but they don't really go with the theme of this level or the character. The dad doesn't really care about crystals, and I was gonna be like, oh well, he secretly needs the money to appease his wife and blah blah blah. It's like it's not gonna come through. So I'll probably take out these crystals. I kind of like a cave crystal look, but for this cave it doesn't really look good. But I do need something down here, something to give it more color, something different. But I don't think these crystals are it. So anyways, yeah, you come over here, you get another sleeping guy. They're harmless. They just harmless. So then I took out the rock there, and I put in this rock to give you a reason to use your slide jump. Because, again, I haven't really been utilizing all your abilities. You know, I haven't been putting obstacles. I've just kind of been creating a scene. I haven't really been doing too much else after that. So, if we go up here into the treetop area, I created these falling platforms, which took me 3 days to figure out, by the way, because YouTube has a bunch of the exact same videos online. Everyone's doing moving platforms, no one's doing falling platforms, so I had to figure it out myself. And also you got this hammer. The hammer will hurt you. Boom. Right now it's not being cooperative. It doesn't always hit you very hard and high. It depends on where you jump at it. Because if you jump at it right here, I believe, yeah, it does a little less. That's just because of the momentum of the hammer. And yeah, it actually has no collision. It just has a launch node on it. But yeah, you go through here, and then this is basically a mansion. There's 1, 2, 3 floors, I believe, or 4 floors, I forget. The first one will have a staircase up, and then the next ones I kind of want to put bookshelves and all this other stuff to which you're climbing on the furniture to get higher. And the idea is to get to the very top floor, so you can go through a broken window up there, that one right there, to hop on some branches right there, and then you hop on some branches to get on the platform that's above me, and then you get on that platform right there. Then you realize, oh no, gotta go through all this. So you actually can come here, and this is the easy path to get to the safe route. Or you could try to go up to that platform. And up that platform is, what? A Wampa fruit. Why? Because I need to put the places, and this is a good spot to put it. So, and it's better to have a Wampa fruit and something that gives you a skin than putting lives everywhere. Because so far this is a pretty easy level, so I don't even know why you would need the lives. Yeah, and you come over here, you got the Wampa fruit. And I put this floating platform in, but it doesn't feel right now. So, because I haven't been putting a lot of general platforming stuff in, and this really hasn't been turning out to be like a platformer. It's kind of just been like, sort of a platformer. I was like, okay, let's put in this floating guy. But it doesn't make sense for this level, because this level has been very platformy, but also very logical platform. So I might put a bird under it just so it makes more sense or something. But I do need to start making more floating stuff, more moving stuff, more puzzles. Redesign the part from here on out a little bit more. I also put in this sign here. So everything past this will not have Wampa fruit because I want everybody to get their first skin. This is generally the first level, even though you can do levels 1, 2, and 3 in any order after you beat the tutorial. This is technically the first level. It's going to be the easiest level. It's going to be the level that where you can get the secrets the easiest, like the crystal skin behind the waterfall in the beginning, which just requires you collecting all the Wampa fruit. And that sign just signifies all the Wampa fruit is this area and back. And that's because I just wanted it to be an easy, easy skin to get. Everyone's first skin should be the crystal because it's fun. Anyways, that's 10 minutes, about. And that's pretty much everything I have shown. I could explain a lot more of my plans in the future, but how about we just make the plans and then explain it when it comes? That way I'm not giving false expectations. So, one thing I want from my viewers, I have never had anyone actually like look at my videos before. So the fact that I got 500 something the first like 2-3 days after posting that last video, astounding. Like, it's not a huge deal when it comes to YouTubers and YouTube in general, because YouTube is just massive and used by everybody. So I'm basically like 0.00000, you know, I'm still a nobody. But to me, it was just like a huge rush. I was like, oh my god, that is so cool. So I want to ask all you 500 or so, which I'm sure 2 or 3 of you will actually reply in the comments. Does this game look fun? Does the, like, I know you gotta play 3D platformers to, you know, see if they're fun or not, but I would like to know, do you guys think this is fun? Do you think these are good ideas? Now, the main idea of this game is you are a monster and you're killing cute, fuzzy, fluffy animals. Well, not animals, but cute, fluffy stuff. When I first came up with this game, I just wanted a monster that kills teddy bears. That's the scene I thought of. I was like, okay, you're a monster and you're just wrecking a mob of adorable teddy bears that just want a hug. And I think that's hilarious. And that's going to be one of the powers, the boss powers for the final boss, which is the little girl. Because I figured, well, who loves teddy bears? Little girls. Okay, how's that tie into what I'm doing? Into dreams. Well, how about whoever's the most innocent, the has been messed up by life the least, is the most powerful with their dreams because they have the most hope. And their dreams are super innocent, like the son will be a very superhero themed dream. Where he is the big buff superhero and everyone else is just like, oh, ah, la, and I'll probably make little cute citizen minions and like little characters that follow him around and are his sidekicks. They're all fucking adorable. For this, these marshmallow people aren't exactly going to be adorable like a fluffy teddy bear, but they are going to be silly. They're going to be like Rayman's Raving Rabbits. And I want to make a, it's a fire pit it's a flame with 2 little flame hands with big adorable eyes that just want to hug, and he'll be a slow moving enemy in which if he touches you, he hurts you. But he just wants a hug because all these marshmallow people are bullying him. And he just wants love. But the fact is, his love hurts. And the only way to kill him is by spitting him. Using your spit attack. Which, I just realized how stupid and funny that is. The only way to kill him is to spit on him. The most that's worse than what the marshmallow people did to him. Anyways. Yeah, he's going to be invulnerable regardless, and since you get the spit attack from this level, it's going to tie in really well, because then you can come back, and then once you're replaying this to get into areas which you couldn't get before without, you know, the other powers, then you will be able to kill them, and they won't be, like, too harmful to you. Because they're like the, what is that, the slow-moving killing snail thing. It's kind of like It Follows, but it's a snail. I forget what I think it's just a horror story or a creepypasta story or what. I don't really remember. But anyways, yeah, they're slow-moving, attacking enemies that will kill you if they touch you. And I just, you know, I feel like I haven't been creating a world that kind of really coincides that. That's probably not a word. That really captures that idea of a bunch of mobs of adorable things that you get to kill. And I was watching Thomas Brush talk to the guy who did the Cult of the Lamb game, which I've never played myself, so I can't really understand exactly what he's talking about. But they were talking about a hook, like your game has to have a hook. And so with the Cult of the Lamb, the guy said the hook was that he was going to be a god on the back of a whale. And he went to conventions and he told people, like, yeah, you're a god on the back of a whale, and you are doing whatever you do in the game. So the base mechanic is still the same as the original idea. But since nobody was caring about a god on the back of the whale, everyone was just like, what? he decided to make it. He's like, well, what about a cult? And everybody's like, oh, a cult, you say? Oh, I could get behind that. Because who doesn't love a good cult story? And yeah, and they based everything around a cult. They researched cults. And since people are interested already, you know, they really went with it. And that became their hook. You know, you're a cute little lamb, cartoon lamb thingy that that you're a cult leader or something. Again, never played the game. But that really was something that would skyrocket you and really make you different. And I asked myself, well, why am I different from every other 3D platformer? This is not going to be a platformer that breaks the mold. This is going to be a very simple platformer. So how is this going to be different? You know, this is a platformer which I'm learning from. This is a platformer which I'm going to be making mistakes. It's going to be very buggy. You know, it's just going to be me making it. So it's going to be exactly what you think one guy can do. And it's really a learning tool. Like, again, it took me 3 days to learn how to make a falling platform. And it still isn't exactly how I want it. Like, if you get caught while falling on this and jump, the momentum just carries you down. Like, you lost. You can't do anything. When in reality, I don't want the momentum to be sucking you down. I want you to be able to jump away from it. So that if it does fall and you get caught in it, you still have like 1 extra second to not die. And, oh, by the way, the whole reason they're falling is because, well, the story reason they're falling is there is something underneath here, underneath these waves, in the abyss way down here, that is breaking it. So once you step on it, it basically breaks and then falls. You know, think of like a beaver cutting all the edges around, and it's being held up by like a toothpick. And then when you put your pressure on it by jumping on it, the toothpick breaks, which is that first and then it falls. So yeah, this whole game is learning how to make a 3D platformer, and I think it's coming out pretty damn well in my opinion. And that way, my next game, I'll have all the mechanics and everything already sorted out, everything already built. I just have to put a new coat of paint on it, new idea, new story. But I'll already know how to do everything. And, yeah, and the next one could be a lot better. So, but that is no excuse for making a boring game, and a game that's just not fun. So I would really appreciate any feedback. I know, like, I'm going to complete this level, and then that's going to be the demo that I'm going to put on itch.io for free, and then that's when you guys can really lay it in on me and tell me, like, oh, well, this isn't fun at all, or this is really boring, blah, blah, blah. But for right now, is this a level you like? Do you like the aesthetics? Do you like the layout? Like, you could obviously say it could be better, yeah, of course, but I can't be a perfectionist when it comes to the art, even though that's my specialty when it comes to all this stuff. But that's because I'm spending most of my time learning how to do the coding and all that, and doing stuff I hate, which is bringing in animation. But that is my question to you guys. Does this look like a game you would want to play? Is this a fun game? Is this a game you would spend, I don't know, like 20 bucks, 15 bucks, probably what I'm going to put it as. And is this different? If it's like, there are games, it doesn't have to be completely unique, a completely original idea. But it has to be different enough to which you don't want to go play another game. It has to be different enough in which you're like, okay, well, I have Crash and this, so I'm going to play this, and then I'm going to play Crash, you know? Or whatever game is similar to this, which I'm sure there's a lot of them. It's kind of like Spyro. I mean, I've been thinking about Spyro making this level. Spyro has a very easy layout and a very simple platforming layout with a couple puzzles. So it is like Spyro if you weren't a dragon, sort of. All right, 20 minutes are gone by. Hopefully someone actually watches this. Peace. Before you kill any bosses, you'll have a slide. What was that? I have never encountered that glitch before. And all the water trigger, there's a water trigger down there, and a water trigger here, but it's not big enough. It wasn't over there. Oh wow, that is a weird glitch. Oh, this better be my final video, because that's a fun thing to show. There is nothing over here to trigger the drowning. Oh, that is so cool. And I'm gonna completely ignore it because there's no way I can recreate that. Anyways, okay, back to his controls.